Hi, welcome to Forex in 4. I'm Mike Conlon for FXEDU, and in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you the highlights of where the action is in today's Forex market. So let's get started.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 14th, 2011. This morning I'm talking about let the debate begin. And with that I mean we're talking about the conversation that's heating up here in Washington, D.C. in the U.S. Over the budget deficit that we have here. President Obama came out yesterday, made a big speech about what he'd like to see done with the deficit, but quite frankly it's being met with mixed responses. All right, not a lot of people are certain that he's got a credible plan put forth. Much like the Ryan plan, which I guess is the starting plan. The Republicans in the House came up with a plan where they said, listen, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and essentially the president just sort of went through that and started picking it apart and pointing out pieces that he didn't like, but he didn't really offer anything up as an alternative. So it was really more of a speech of just, well, this is what I want to do, and right now the proof's going to be in the pudding, as they say, but this speech is going to start to heat up there in D.C. because they're going to have to vote on the debt ceiling coming up shortly, and the Republicans, especially Tea Party Republicans, are saying, hey, wait a second, we're not going to increase the debt ceiling, and that could potentially cause another showdown in government about 2 months' time from now. So that's going to coincide right around the time that QE2 is ending from the Fed, and a lot of people say, thanks Fed if you're a stock investor or if you like to invest in commodities, because those prices have been going higher. We know that there is some inflation happening, although the Fed continues to deny it based on old metrics that they use. Okay, but every time you go to the gas tank, and we talked about yesterday, you're gonna see that higher price, and people are now having to make choices, and it's taking away from other activity in the market. So inflation is an insidious tax that sort of affects us all. So what we're seeing right now is I'm taking a look at the euro. You can see here, euro put in a triple top, started just about earlier this morning, but we can see that euro sold off here. Now, there wasn't really any news out of the eurozone taking place, but just a general risk theme in the markets is what's sort of happening. Yesterday, stocks started off higher, and by the end of the day, ended up lower. So, we had some selling off going on. We had sell-off in commodities. So you can see euro's pulled back, and you can see across the board here that we've got a risk aversion happening all over the place. We've got the Aussie trading lower, okay, just off of 105.40 area, and you can see that Japanese yen is also pretty strong right now. Okay, you can see dollar yen here just above 83. So yen's been strengthening. Possibility that we're going to see some yen intervention again happening. The one, I guess, good area is in the UK. Okay, you can see that the pound's actually trading higher, and that's because they came in with their consumer confidence figures last night that came in much better than expected. So they're expecting a reading of 40. They got 44. So that looks pretty good over there in the UK. So we're going to have to see what happens in the eurozone, but we're expecting later this morning in the U.S. To come out with the PPI index. All right, that's going to give us a good idea of where inflation's heading. Now, the PPI, unfortunately, they don't use as a metric for inflation so much, but it factors in, and people like to look at that to say, hey, wait a second, if producer prices are going up, why aren't consumer prices going up? Where's that price being lost? And it's interesting because somehow in the calculations it seems to get lost there. We're also going to get initial jobless claims. We were expecting 3 handles again, so we're expecting about 380. Okay, and then later in the afternoon we've got some Fed speech. We've got some of the Fed lackeys, if you will. They're going to go out and sort of try and obfuscate the situation. Probably some conflicting remarks that leads to much ado about nothing. All right, we've also got G7 meeting happening. Geithner and the ECB are going to go in there, talk about what's happening, but that's been largely ineffective at this point. So right now it just seems that we're starting off with generally a little bit of risk aversion here, but once the U.S. stock market opens, I'm not certain what it's going to take to continue to push it lower here. So we have started a little bit of a mini trend lower for stocks, commodities. Okay, but you can see that on a day like today, people might see this as a buying opportunity and step in. So I'm looking for reversals, possibly right after the 8:30 number of jobless claims and this PPI index. So that's what I'm looking at today, folks. The fiscal policies in the U.S. are really kind of causing monetary policy, because politicians can't get together and decide what they're going to do. And I as right as we come around tax time, you always start to realize that eventually, the bill comes due. So we're gonna have to see what happens there. But that's what I've got for today. Good luck, and good trading to all.
As always, be sure to check out the written blog at www.fxedu.com to get complete coverage of today's Forex market. If you would like to learn more about how to trade the Forex market from professionals like myself, be sure to check out our affordable Forex trading courses. And if you're already a seasoned professional or aspire to be one, ask us how we can help you achieve your Forex goals. Go to www.fxedu.com to get started today.